I knocked Focus's face off. By accident, of course. He fell on the floor and I walked on him. Not that I don't have any respect for Focus, but shit happens. What are you going to do? It's been a while since I made a video on this channel talking to you about things. And to be honest, I've been having a bit of a, I don't know, rethink of what's going on lately. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit in this video. I think I finally have it figured out, like how this new rendition of YouTube actually works. And I'm finding what's happening is that channels like mine, like my main, I'm talking specifically about my main channel now, are being left behind because it seems like what YouTube has done is they've kind of almost set up some kind of a tier situation where a channel can achieve some kind of higher tier, like almost like superstar status, and it will be pushed harder as a result. And it's based on, mainly it's based on, it looks like, how many of your subscribers watch your videos as they come out. And on my main channel these days, I'm getting maybe 3 or 4% of the 660,000 subscribers that actually, are supposed to be watching my videos. So that low number, I think, is telling YouTube that what this guy is making on that channel is not worth watching because his own subscribers are not bothering to watch it. So if I'm correct about this, and everything I've seen so far certainly bears that out, it's almost like a catch-22 situation. It really wouldn't matter what I put on my main channel as far as content goes. It's not gonna get the same number of views it would have gotten before this change, simply because my subscribers are not watching the videos as they come out, and it tells YouTube that what I'm putting out is not worth watching. Whereas before this, YouTube basically pushed everything that did reasonably well, regardless of how many of your subscribers actually watched your video. I recently checked my analytics and this seems to be playing out. My main channel is down quite a lot over the past year, and you can see it as a definite downward trajectory. And at this point today, I'm not going to give specific numbers because you're not supposed to, but I'm making as much on my home reno channel, which has 72,000 subscribers, as I am on my main channel. And that was never the case. That was never, ever the case. And my earnings on my main channel are down to the point where they are, I have to go back to 2013. Back when I first started doing this full time, that they're equal with now. And in between, there's been this upward trend. And see, it's that upward trend that encourages people to do this kind of thing. You make a video, it does fairly well, you get some encouragement, you make more money, and then you make another video, and so on and so forth, and it keeps going up. But at this point, and it has been at this point for the past year, it's going down. So you're not getting that encouragement that's needed to give you the enthusiasm to make more. Now, obviously, I'm still making money. At this point, I'm still making enough, kind of. I don't know. I have to look at the numbers closer. But at this point, it seems like I'm still making enough to live off it. I don't have to go outside of it. But I can see a point where that's going to change, and it's not that far in the future. Because, like I said, this entire fall happened over the span of a year. Now, some people would blame that on my diversification, building newer channels to put like to split up the content and all that. And that may be part of it. If I had have stuck with the one channel, my main channel, and kept putting stuff there, instead, it might have worked out different, but I don't think it has, because I look at other creators in the same situation and they're not getting not a significantly higher amount of views, opening views from their subscribers on those new videos. The long and the short of it is that something has to change, and it's going to have to be relatively quickly. Now, I've gone over the options in the past in other videos on this channel about what I could do potentially. Like, I could take on sponsors and, earn more money that way. However, I've always been against that. I've always felt that by doing that, I don't want to say selling out. It's not selling out. That's not what it is to me. It's more of a, if that's my motivation for making the videos, then I really don't want to be making the videos. I didn't start doing this to become a salesman for, some company somewhere to push their products, Use this impact driver. Oh, this grinder is the best. I like this one. I use this one. I didn't sign on for that kind of thing. And I could do that. The money is good, and that would definitely bring things back up. And at this point, I'm starting to think that possibly doing that would actually increase the view numbers as well, because I don't know, the audience doesn't seem to appreciate the fact that 99.9% of my videos is absolutely free of any of that kind of stuff. I've only done, I think, maybe 2 or 3 actual sponsored videos in the past. And before I talk about the thing that I specifically have in mind to kind of change things up, I want to talk about what some of you are probably thinking right now, that my videos on my main channel haven't been as good or as interesting as they were in the past. And I don't objectively agree with you. When I go back and I look at my older videos while the channel was still going up, my newer videos are way better. I mean, there are exceptions. I made a video recently on making a grilled cheese sandwich. It was a 2-minute video made just for fun. But the fact is that the projects that I've been building lately and the videos that I've been making lately are no worse than they ever were in the past. And all you need to do is objectively go back and look at those older videos. And you don't have to go back very far either, and make a comparison. You'll see that they are indeed no worse. The problem is that they're not getting viewed by the subscribers that I already have. Part of that is the way that a lot of people use YouTube. They don't go to their subscription tab and check what the new videos are from the people that they're actually subscribed to, which I think is the best approach. And it's the one that everyone that is more involved with YouTube, if you're making videos yourself, this is the place you'll go to see the videos from the people that you actually subscribe to. And it shows all of them. It doesn't show select ones or promote certain ones. And the rest of it, like I mentioned before, is that YouTube is not pushing or promoting the channels, the videos from the channels that they think are stagnating or standing still. But like I said before, it's kind of a catch-22. In order for the channels to do well, their videos need to be promoted, and they'll never be promoted because YouTube doesn't see them as worthy of promotion. So basically at this point, it's out of the hands of the creator. The people that find themselves doing well these days have somehow managed to get into that track where they're continually promoted and pushed by YouTube, because YouTube sees their channel as something that a lot of people want to watch. Whereas older channels that have somewhat stagnated in the views of YouTube anyway, are not getting pushed at all. I mean, people will probably say, well, why don't you make some, another video that's going to get a lot of views like your paper cut video or your Star Shuriken video or your wooden vise video or whatever video that did well. I have, I don't know, 22 or 23 videos on my main channel that have over 1 million views. Why don't I make one of those? Well, the thing is, I could probably, maybe, make another one of those videos. However, I'm not convinced that the way things are going with YouTube, that it would ever get the amount of attention it needs to get in the beginning to pick up that many views over time. So what am I going to do? There were a couple of things that I was thinking seriously about. One was to basically abandon the 3 channels that are on this part here, the I Build a channel, the red one, my main channel, the blue one, and this scrap bin channel, completely abandon them, and start a new channel that would have a possibility, or at least a chance, of getting back onto that track where it's actually pushed and promoted by YouTube again. And that was something I was thinking about very seriously. Actually, it came up not that long ago that I was contacted by a company. It was an advertising company, actually, that offered to buy my website and my YouTube channels. And I turned it down, thinking that the amount of money they were offering was basically 3 times the annual income from all of that. And I said to myself, why not just hold on to them for 3 more years and I'll make that money anyway. It's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. But that was kind of before this downward spiral really took off. So I'm kind of kicking myself there. So that was one option that I was seriously considering. That was like the number 2 option. The number 1 option is something I mentioned before, and that was to kind of get away from doing this mainly and start doing something else. Start, doing a real job, I guess you could say. And the real job in this case would be to look for and find a house and fix it up and sell it. And I think that I would make videos to go along with that, but they would be on my home renovation channel, and I would really put all of my efforts into that channel. Not all of them. I wouldn't neglect my main channel, the blue channel. I would still put projects on there when I found the time, though. I wouldn't try to keep up with the grind of putting out regular content for the sake of keeping the channel views up. I would just make a project that I think is worthy, and I would put it on that channel. And I would basically, I don't know if I could say I completely abandoned the red channel, but this scrap bin channel would be reserved mostly for detail type videos where I'd show something specific, and then the video wouldn't be listed, it wouldn't be released to the public. Because this was another thing that I was finding with having, 4 different channels, is that people would get very confused about what was regular content and what was special content. And a good example of that is this video right here, where I'm just standing talking to you about these issues. This was not something that I would ever put on my main channel. First of all, it's too long. And second of all, it's not, it's not a project or anything. It's not interesting to the bulk of the people that actually subscribe to that channel and who actually still watch it. Instead, I'm going to do the house thing, and I'm going to put the bulk of my effort into that. I'm still going to put content on my blue channel, and new content will still go on my website, but I think the content that goes on the website will be more geared towards the house renovation stuff that I'll be doing, or doing most of at the time, as assuming that it all goes ahead and actually takes place. But the blue channel, the main channel, will get the occasional video. It just won't get the same amount as it has in the past, because I won't be trying to keep up with the content grind of, continually putting content on there just to keep the view numbers up so that, I'll make enough from this to actually earn a living.